Hello, everyone. So, we just wrapped up the self care challenge, and I hope that was helpful for people to start to prompt you to take action and fulfill your self care, give yourself some time for yourself. I wanted to go through the 5 days. So, these are 5 steps of self care, recap a little bit from each of these days so you can really move forward and take action if you were not able to see the poster or if you didn't partake. So you really have everything all wrapped up here in this video. So let's dive into our 5 secrets to self care with number 1, observing your thoughts and changing it to a loving response. Self-care, self-love, this concept of loving yourself, caring for yourself in mind, body, and soul. It's really the concept of low yo, love yourself, right? Low yo wellness, low yo method. It is critical. It's a non-negotiable. So self-love, it's a real essential practice to master. And if we continue to put ourselves on the back burner, so much will fall apart in our lives. Not just your health, but those around you. There are so many ways to fit this into your life, and one of the most loving things we can do for ourselves is to focus on our thoughts and how we speak to ourselves and about ourselves. The first day we talked about doing this, and I'm curious if you were able to spend this day being really incredibly aware of the thoughts that flow through your mind and how you talk to yourself. Is it regularly positive? Is it regularly negative? Generally, I can say we're quite hard on ourselves, and it's really imperative to swap some of that mental talk with some loving, positive versions of self-talk. And consistency is key when you're practicing these self-care habits and a positive mindset. So your mind and your emotions will follow this positive path. When your mind is happy, it allows you to make better choices. You'll feel lighter, more content overall. This bleeds into other aspects of your life. Like I said, it has a ripple effect. It's not just your own health. When you practice these positive thinking and positive thoughts, also be mindful of your bad habits. So once you begin this process of sort of upping your self-awareness of how you process things on a daily basis, things that go on, sort of behind the scenes on autopilot, you will begin to notice areas of opportunity in your life for a positive upgrade. So simply take note of these things, okay? Actually, you can take notes. You can start that process of changing out that negativity. So your action step for this secret is to take note of how you speak to yourself and about yourself and see what trends are arising for you. And come up with a way to switch your mindset when needed. When you have a negative self-talk, what's an affirmation or a statement or something that you can say to yourself to switch your mindset? Number 2, and tell me what's resonating so far as you guys are watching. Which one of these 5 secrets to self-care is really vibing with you? Number 2, make a new good habit. Be honest with yourself, right? Being honest is super important. And so we need to look at our daily routines, our habits, see what can be changed, what can be improved. When you go through your daily habits and you find something that's not working for you, that's where change and magic happens. And it's really critical to understand that the first step in fixing anything is seeing the problem. It's awareness. So it's not about kicking the habit cold turkey. That can lead you to returning back to it because it's within your comfort zone, kind of like diets. If we go all or nothing, strict, at some point you cave and you binge and you eat the cookies or the whole box. So, for example, if you want to cut out an unhealthy snack or like snacking habit at work, start to bring in some pre-made healthy snacks that you enjoy instead of just grabbing anything from the vending machine to fill the void. We just don't just cut it out. We need to make changes. We need to make habit changes. It's even more critical that you're replacing bad habits with good habits that you enjoy, that you will stick with. Okay? We're not just replacing habits. They need to be something you enjoy that you can stick with, which leaves you feeling like you're gaining something. You're gaining something new, you're gaining something healthy, you're gaining something that you enjoy instead of losing something, right? Losing the not so healthy habit as opposed to gaining a new healthy habit. This is psychology. This is a very known psychology tool that really works very well. So the action steps here, and go ahead and post them. I want to hear from you guys. What are 1 to 3 not so healthy habits that you're wanting to change? List a healthy swap for these habits. Okay, what are your new healthy habit swaps? Put them somewhere in your house so you can see them. Number 3, disconnect and play. Disconnect and play. Hard in this day and age. It is, technology, electronics, our world revolves around it. Most people sit in front of a computer all day, television all the time, iPads, phones. These things we cannot change all of the time. But your habits outside of the necessary electronics could use some fine tuning, could use some improvement. So let's get acquainted with this concept of disconnect and play. Play is not just for children. I actually have colleagues that work in adult play. Adult play. Play is not for children. Find ways to fit play into our lives and see how your life can improve. I took a dance class, a 30-minute dance class with my husband last week, and wow, like what fun we had. That's play. That's disconnecting from electronics. That's being present with your loved one. It is fun. It is music. It's movement. It's laughter. We were laughing. It was so much fun. So find something to occupy your time, and you may be surprised what comes up, right? It's quite jarring to see how much time we spend with our phones in our hands. You can look at the screen time feature on your phone, and so keep that in mind. When it comes to being playful, think about what you used to enjoy. What did you enjoy as a child? Excuse me. What are your hobbies? What are your interests? Call a friend, take a walk, go to the beach. I need some water, huh? Pick up a new hobby. Find ways to bring yourself joy. And I know it's hard, but here's your action steps. Find a way to disconnect from your device on a regular basis. Maybe it's not picking up your phone in the first half hour of the day. Maybe it's not picking up your phone right before you go to bed within the last half hour of your night. How will you achieve this device-free time, and how do you want to make it work for you? And brainstorm ways that you can start to play more in your life. Number 4, forgive yourself for something. Forgive yourself. We can be so hard on ourselves, and we tend to, especially our high achieving women, moms, our busy moms, our working, moms, we're holding ourselves to these higher standards, which are often these impossible standards, kind of like what we hold diets to, these impossible strict standards. But we seem to hold ourselves to a higher standard than we expect from others, and it really weighs on us heavily. So instead of getting down on yourself for something that doesn't go according to plan, we're not perfect. So we need to stop striving for perfection. Instead, treat yourself the way that you would treat your best friend. In the same situation, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, move forward. Take an action step towards more self-love by picking something, big and small that you need to work on and forgiving yourself for. Forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. Take a few minutes. Think about what these are. Comment. I'd like to hear what they are. Share. Marinate. Think about why you're holding these things against yourself and how that makes you feel, and consider how you would feel if you could forgive yourself and leave it in the past. You may want to write a letter of forgiveness so you can read it to yourself, down the line. Forgiveness gives closure. It's a way for people to move on, and makes it easier to make healthier choices, bad habits fixable, growth is possible. So write down something big and small. This is your action step, big and small, that you feel the need to forgive yourself for and release, and write a letter of forgiveness to yourself. Okay. And then last but not least is prioritize what's important to you. Is this number 5? Yes, I guess so. All right. Prioritize what's important to you, and actually we do have 6, and setting boundaries. Okay, so prioritize what's important to you. This is critical. This is critical for how you live your life every day. This is critical to ensure that you are safe, that you are happy, that you're able to grow. When your priorities and your boundaries are set, you can live a life full of joy. You can vibe high in this level, and you can also prioritize your time in a much more efficient way. So if time is a hiccup for you, we need to look at our priorities. We need to look at our values. Take a look at your life. See if you're taking all the steps to make sure that your priorities are being taken care of. And this takes some time. We do a lot of work in this with our Loyo Method clients. This takes time before it feels natural, before it becomes a habit. But again, imperfect action. Practice makes progress. So go ahead and brainstorm your priorities in your life and write them down. You can even start to categorize them. Okay. And then the sort of tangential part of this is setting boundaries, and based on your priorities, of course. And so you may feel momentarily happy when you are doing everything for everyone else and forgetting about taking care of your own self. But as we all know, it's not sustainable. It's not healthy to go through life without boundaries. Happiness really is, and in the non-woo-wooist, non-hokiest way, happiness is the result of self-love, and also one of the greatest side effects. To really achieve happiness and love yourself, you need to set clear and consistent boundaries. Trying to please everyone will lead to burnout, and you will never ever really know what you want, as you'll be consumed with everyone else's needs and wants. When someone asks you to take time away from things that are important to you, think about that and ask yourself, does this make me happy? Is it important to my priorities? Why am I doing this? Ask yourself, what are some areas of your life where boundaries need to be put in place? And it's time to be firm. It's time to start, being consistent. Empowering yourself. So write them down. What are the areas that you need boundaries in place? List your boundaries for work, friends, family. Brainstorm ideas of how to hold yourself accountable to these boundaries in a way that's sustainable for you. Share them here. I'm sure that everyone could use a little bit of brainstorming together. So finally, what I want to say to wrap up is, there's a lot of assignments here. There's a lot of thinking. So get the juices flowing, how we can improve our areas of life in this way, in this grand scheme of self-care. But one final thing you can do is also list your blessings. Write them down, okay? Put them in front of you. Bring a smile to your face. The more you appreciate your blessings, the better you feel and the healthier you will be. Count your blessings daily. Add new things to this list as you go along. Actively look for, positive things in your life that can make you grateful, and really appreciate everything in your life, even the little things. And this is gratitude. This is positive energy. This mindset will lead to more positive and great things for you. And for that, I am grateful for all you and this opportunity to talk to you about self-care. If you have any questions, definitely comment. And if you need anything, you can always reach out on Messenger or send me an email. I love to hear from you guys. All right, everyone. Have a great day.